Hello everyone, welcome to Saidemi, myself Sai. In this video, we are going to talk about the advantages of cloud computing. Okay, so first advantage is the on demand. On demand means already we discussed, right? So whenever you demand, you will get immediately without any delay. That is what on demand. Okay, could be any IT source. Okay, compute, storage, applications, everything you get. That is what on demand. Second one is scalable. Okay, so here we have two words. One is scale up, another one is scale down. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll give one simple example so that you will understand better. Now let me take three important days. What I'll do, I'll take December 24th, December 25th, December 26th. 24th, 25th and 26th. So tell me guys, which day is special day? December 25th is special day, correct? So we have occasion is there, Christmas is there, public holiday is there. Could be, you can take any example, could be Pongal, could be Eid, could be Christmas. So something special, okay? So 25th we have public holiday, that's a special day. December 24th and 25th, these are normal days, right? So just assume I'm the owner of Apple company and I'm going to launch one new iPhone into the market. Just assume, okay. So for that, what I need to do, I need to provide that iPhone information somewhere in my servers, right? Then only customers can able to access that information, right? Before they buy, like what are the colors, configuration, RAM, hard disk, camera, megapixel and all, and storage, right? Price, all those details I need to mention some other place so that my customers before they buy, they will look at that information, and if they like that one, they will, if they're satisfied with that information, they'll buy that product, correct? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take two servers. In real time they keep hundreds of servers. Just here I'm taking example of two servers. So in these two servers, I'm going to keep that information, prices, colors, configuration details of that iPhone. So being a customer, what you are going to do, see, this is your server, this is your laptop. You are going to open any online shopping website, could be Amazon, Flipkart, right? So you try to access my product. So when you try to access my product, the request will come here. We'll load the page. The request will go. Then you can see that product in your screen. And if you like that product, you buy that product. That is what actually happens, right? See, this is your laptop. This is your laptop, and you want to access Google website, Google page. So this is Google server. Okay, this laptop, this is Google server. When you type Google in your laptop, in your browser, your request will go to Google server, load the page, request will come back. Then you can able to see Google page. So this is what we call outgoing request, correct? This is what we call incoming request. Combinedly we call web traffic, correct? That these things So here also same thing. This is what we call outgoing request. This is incoming request. Combinedly we can call that is a web traffic. Now since December 24th is a normal day, two servers are enough for me. In real time they keep hundreds of servers, but here I need two servers only. Okay. Now December 24th I have two servers. December 25th also I'll have the same servers, right? Because this is the physical infrastructure in my company, right? Okay. Now December 25th is not a normal day. That's a special day, correct? People, customers, they look for discounts on the day, correct? Right? We generally wait for these special days, Christmas sale, New Year sale, Black Friday sale, because we'll get discounts, and companies, those, these Apple company, they have to provide discounts. Then only they can attract customers. So since I'm providing discounts, that means customers will be more, right? Number of buyers will be more that day, especially December 25th. If buyers are more, web traffic will be more, right? Their incoming and outgoing requests are more, and web traffic is more, right? If web traffic is more, load on my servers will be more, correct? So that load generally we calculate in terms of CPU percentage. Okay, if load is more means CPU percentage gradually increases. Okay, so till 95, 90, 95, I don't have any problem. But when the load, the CPU percentage crosses beyond 95 or 100, then I may lose my servers, correct? If I lose my servers, then customers cannot able to access my website. right? So today I'm giving discounts and you are a customer, you are accessing my product. When you try to access my website, for you it is showing that server is not reachable. So that is what customer dissatisfaction. So what I need to do, I need to make sure that my website should never go down, right? High availability. I need to make sure that my website should be running 24/7. Okay. So what I am going to do here, I need to buy few more servers so that load will be distributed among all these servers. Okay, to sustain that load, I need to buy few more servers. Now my question to you is, how would I come to know that these many number of servers I need to buy? On what basis I'll come to know? You understand my question? How would I come to know that how many extra servers should I buy so that load will be distributed among all those servers? Okay, so that generally we calculate in terms of a load. That means indirectly that depends upon incoming and outgoing traffic. Indirectly that depends upon number of buyers, right? See, I have customers across the globe, right? So how would I predict that tomorrow these many number of buyers will search for my product? That is not possible, right? Suppose if I assume that tomorrow there could be 1 million people, they could search for my product, there could be 1 billion, right? If I think that okay, 1 billion people may search for my product, there could be 1 million only, right? My prediction may go wrong as well, right? Correct or not? So that's the first problem. Okay, first problem is I can't predict how many number of buyers will search for my product. Second problem is, just assume somehow I came to know that yes, okay, these many number of buyers will search for my product somehow. Okay, I need to buy some 1,000 more servers to sustain the load. Is it possible to buy 1,000 more servers within one day? Right? You know, right, to get ready with one server, it takes 10 days. But how many number of servers I want? 1,000 servers, that too within one day. And I need to start working. They should work, right? So that is one more problem. I'm repeating, we have total two problems. First problem is, I can't predict number of buyers. Second one, I can't keep servers ready within one day. Correct? So these two are the major problems if you go with physical setup. But if you go with cloud, we have proper solution for that. Okay, so what I do, I let one simple condition. The condition is, if load on my servers, if it goes beyond 90, please increase one more server. Please, launch one more server. Okay, this condition I'll write. So what actually happens here, if load is more than 90 in these two servers, okay, automatically AWS will launch one more server. If load is more than 90 in these three servers, automatically launch one more server. If it is more than 90 in these four, it will launch one more server. The 90, 80, that number we can give, that's up to us. Okay, see, that too within 1 minute. That means exactly based upon the load I am launching servers, right? AWS is launching servers that too automatically, no manual intervention here, that too within 1 minute. Understood? Okay, so that means I got solution for both problems, right? Okay, so if load is more, automatically it is launching servers. That means exactly based upon the load it is keeping servers, that too within 1 minute it is launching the server. Okay, so this is what we call scale up. Scale up. Okay, so this is what we call scale up. Okay, so okay, fine, you understood what is scale up. Increasing the, could be configuration, could be so somehow we are increasing something. Okay, now just assume you are not using cloud, you are using physical server. Forget about cloud, you are going with physical setup. Okay, so on the day of December 25th, somehow I managed with physical servers. That means on the day of December 26th also I have all 5 servers, because these are my physical servers which already I purchased. Okay, now December 26th is a normal day, right? Okay, so every day I can provide discounts, correct or not? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to revoke my discounts on the day of December 26th. Okay, that means number of buyers will be less, load will be less, CPU percentage in my servers will be less. That time again I don't need all 5 servers, I need only these 2 servers, but already I purchased 5 servers, right? So what I need to do, you may say that okay Sai, you can stop those servers. Even if you stop these servers, who will pay for maintenance and monitoring? Correct, we need to pay, right? Okay, you may say that Sai, sell off those servers. See, I'm buying in one day, again next day I'm selling, again next occasion I need to buy again. That's not so easy, right? Correct or not? So that is a problem if you go with physical setup. But again here, if you go with cloud, again we have proper solution. That is, if CPU percentage is less than 30, okay, please terminate one server. Okay, if CPU percentage is less than 30 in all 5, so what it does, AWS, it will terminate the server. That extra 30 will be distributed among remaining servers. Then if less than 30 in all 4, it will terminate this one, so that finally exactly we'll have the servers based upon the load. Okay, so if load is increasing, it is adding servers. If load is decreasing, it is reducing the number of servers. Understood? Okay. So here I am removing the servers. So this is what scale down. This is what scale down. Okay. So this concept, okay, we can achieve by using one of the famous Amazon web services, that is auto scaling. Okay. Auto scaling. It is one of the Amazon web services, auto scaling. Automatically servers will be launched, automatically servers will be terminated. Okay, that means on the day of December 25th, you can simply sleep. Everything will be taken care by AWS. You need not to worry. Understood, right? That is how it works. So nowadays, each and every major company is following the same concept. Otherwise, right, Google, Facebook, these Microsoft, Amazon, these are major companies. They have customers across the globe. Do you think that they launch servers manually one by one? They terminate servers one by one? No, that is not the case. Every company is following this auto scaling. Okay, so that based upon the load, automatically servers will be increased. After that, automatically servers will be terminated. So that at any point of time, you have required number of servers. Okay, so that is what scale up and scale down. Okay, and third one is, so here before that, scale up and scale down, here we have few more words are there, scale out, scale in, many words are there. Here focus is not on how we are scaling. The focus is somehow we are increasing. Could be configuration of server, could be number of servers. Okay, so somehow we are increasing something. That is what scale up and scale down. Just remember this one. Later on when we start our actual AWS course, there I will explain so many other things. Okay. Now we understood right here. First advantage is on demand. That already we discussed. Second advantage is scalable. That also we discussed, scale up and scale down. And third advantage is pay only for the capacity you use. That means, see here, see, on the day of December 24th, you are paying for 2 servers. Okay, nothing wrong in that one, you are using. December 25th, you need to pay for all 5 servers, because see, you are using and you are paying, nothing wrong in that one. But on the day of December 26th, if you go with physical setup, you need to pay for all 5 servers. If you go with cloud, you need to pay only for 2 servers. Okay, so because you are using only 2, right? Okay, that's the advantage. That means if you use for 2 hours, you pay only for 2 hours. If you use for 2 minutes, you pay only for 2 minutes. Okay, that means here you are not at all wasting the money. Okay, so that is the third advantage of cloud. Pay only for the capacity whatever you use. Okay, so these are the major advantages of cloud. We have so many advantages are there, those we are going to discuss in our next class. Okay, so I hope you understood this class. I hope this video helped you a lot. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in my next one. Till then, stay tuned and keep learning.